So my question would be something like, where where did it start for you? Take me all the way back to the beginning. Like, where did you start making music? What ignited the passion for music?
What's been the journey like? Yeah, it's very intriguing because to get to the level you're at and music-wise, skill-wise, you're at probably the highest level and one of the highest levels that we've been able to witness. Not to be super nice, mate, but I do think you're a bloody good musician. So what's the journey been like?
Uh, so, uh, so since I was little, I had a lot of things that I could do. So when you choose something because that's the only thing you got to do, it's a different thing. But when you have so many options to do in life and then you choose something, that means you mean business. And that's how I got into music. I was always into this so that I can learn music and I can be a serious musician. I was into mixed martial arts, and then I was into air rifle shooting, nationals. I've done athletics in districts. I've played. Apart from that, I have my MBA degrees. I had a lot of options in life. I mean, to move ahead. It was about that 1 hour. I would spend that 1 hour before I sleep. That moment where it's just me and my guitar. I think that was the best hour of my day, and if I could make it a career, it would be a blessing to me, and that's why I started doing music. I never thought I will be so big one day, and I still tell myself if I would not be as big as I am today, I would still be sitting with my guitar and doing the same thing that I'm doing now. And I think with that thought, career moved fast, things moved fast. When I came to Bombay, I was prepared. I did not come to Bombay to learn. I came to Bombay, I was prepared. It took me 2 years to get my first song. And first song released, suddenly the whole industry was so excited about the new voice. They wanted to hear my voice on their music, on their song. And I had this list of musicians I wanted to work with. And all those list of names turned into messages on my phone that we want to meet you, we want to work with you. And one song at a time. And I think one thing I learned out of this, one thing I took out of it was that I think I still get to work on my music the way I would work on my first song. I think that's how much I put into it. I still put that much into it. Like sleepless nights, when you have a bad dub, sometimes you dub something. So if you have a bad dub and everybody is happy about it, that is the worst feeling ever.
Correct. It's so true.
Because it's incomprehensible. How can they enjoy this?
How can they enjoy this? And I know that we can take it so, and they are so happy and convinced that they're like, no, this is it for us. And I'm like, no, this is not it. We have to work more on the song and we got to take it somewhere else. And so I think those little things about a musician kind of paves the path. And one day at a time, playing in Wembley this month, right for you guys. So
I'm excited.
What's intriguing? Just hearing you talk, and I do want to ask you, by the way, what sort of martial arts were you doing? Because I'm a big martial arts fan. What were you doing when you were younger?
I got into the traditional Japanese martial art. It is Okinawa, Gujuryu.
Okay, nice.
It's more a traditional. If you know, then it's more of traditional stuff. It's more of it's more like art of living rather than brawling. You know what I mean? It's more about discipline. It's more about, so I think all these things got together and got me becoming a good musician, because I think all of it complements. It's all form of arts by the end of the day. I've trained 8 years. I got my black belt. Then I trained further. I was supposed to give exams for my Dan 2 black, and before that I shifted to Bombay, and I was like, okay, finally I'm getting to do music, so let's go for it.
Well, it is intriguing to hear how many, so many different paths, and somehow there is some sort of energy and synergy in between all of them that then sort of collide and connect, and it sort of made you the person you are today. But something really intriguing is I find with people, I guess you're kind of like this. You're someone who probably enjoys being busy and being active and doing things because you had so many choices. How would you find the time to kind of quiet the mind to touch into the muse, into that creativity of writing songs? what was that process like of transitioning from having 50 things to do and then in that hour of the day relaxing and connecting to your creativity? What's that process like?
So there's this, again, this came from the martial art world. There's this, we are hardly using our senses. We have the senses. For instance, eyes are the window to the world for us. The moment I shut the window, I have a blank room by myself. That is just me and my room. There's nobody there. That's my process, I would say. I would just shut my eyes and I'm there wherever I am. I mean, I learned Indian classical music when I started learning Indian classical music at a very young age, and I figured that if your basics are clean in terms of music, if your basics are just crisp and clean, if you're sharp with your basics, then everything else is very, very easy, in terms of music. Because when you do the hardest form of music, then the other forms just become a walkthrough. And getting that peace, I mean, if I go out searching for it, I think I'll never find it. I think it's more within thing. It's more internal process to find that little space where you can just close your eyes and just get into a song as much as you can, and judgment to know when you are not in the space to sing that song. I am good judge. When I am not able to sing a song, I just end the dub and I come back. I ask for time again. We can meet again and do it again. But it has to be done at the right time, in the right way, and especially in the right mood.
Yeah, and